Okay, Jenny, I have a lot of ideas around this piece. I have to say it's not my favorite piece, which is why I didn't order it. It's all one color. It's that light gray, so it becomes this weird piece. But if I had it, and I probably won't get it because it's light gray, and I'm tired of I don't like light gray on me, but I'm simulating what this piece is, okay? So I know I wish I had the same colors. It's gonna be a little distracting, but I've taken this scarf, which is too long, and I've attached it to my sweatshirt, okay? So you've got the piece here, right? So I may do something similar to what you've already shown me, but I'm just gonna go off like some of the things I would do first. So, I think everything you've done is great. I would add bringing this around and, just around and around and around so that it's all cowled up, and tucking it where you need to tuck it. And if it has just a tiny little bit coming in the front, like to here, that's fine, but I would bring it in like tight around as much as you can. We could also twist it. So twist the piece first and then, wrap it, okay? So that's one idea. Okay, what else was I doing? Another thing to do would be to take it and twist it in, okay? Instead of bringing it around this way, take it and take the top piece over, and then we're gonna bring it around, okay? This might take a while, so. And then, so it's like a nice then twist, and it doesn't get weird on the shoulder. And then, hold on, where's my belt? Just a second. Then I would really, first, if it were me, I would play with the belt. So bring that around, belt it. I'm guessing that's gonna end around here, and it might be at an angle. So I like that. Okay, what was one of the other things I did here? We could also, this is kind of interesting, take the piece and get it over your shoulder, but have it, see all this extra here? Have this extra kind of come down. And again, I don't know if this is going to work because of the length of the piece, but you can try it. Then I would bring this over, do a little roll in the neckline, and then take the belt and put it through here. Put it through the hole because we've double looped this. So I'm going to put it through here and then bring it around like this. I think this is pretty fun. And then, then it's more shrug-like. And again, maybe you just got a little bit of a tail here, but then it comes down around both shoulders. It's a little more symmetrical. So we've got that. Okay, trying to remember now. The last thing I did was, oh, you can also, do that with the scarf. So if somebody doesn't want to belt it, you can do that whole thing, bring it through, blah, 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 right over here, scarf it, or scarf tie it, so I like that. Another thing, because the whole thing is all so gray, I think it needs to be broken up a little bit. I might just get this piece now just so I can have an excuse to come up with all these crazy ways to wear it. But, so take the scarf and tie it up here and bring everything in. So this is just going to infuse a little color here, okay? And then when we bring it around in some fashion, right? Can bring it back. Anyhow, you get, okay, that's not a good example, but this is where I'm going with this. Bringing in some other color. So one of the things I did was tie a knot and then just crisscross it down, okay? Crisscross it down, tie a knot. I'm not going to tie a knot right now, but then when you bring that around, you've got, we tuck the knot and stuff. You've got some color happening here, okay? You can do that with the belt or something, but just to get some color up in here. And then if we were to wrap the whole thing around, hope you can hear me okay. So again, twisting it, twist it over and around, and go one more time. Let that little tail come around the back, and then bring the scarf, whether it's in a bow or a knot or half the scarf. Do the scarf, fold it in half and do this, depending on how much of this you might want to see. Then we could, like something like that could be fun. I mean, these are things I would do. They may not be things you would do. Yeah, and then even depending on what's hanging in the back, again, you could belt it and just let the back hang down. I just don't know how much extra there is when it's wrapped around the body, because you have the piece and I don't. So I'm sure there's probably 4 other things I would come up with if I had it, like using a brooch. You know, I like the idea of just coming around, looping it around this way, having it long in the front. We need something of color up top, but then taking the belt and, you know, coming around this way, or not through the back if you don't want to, and maybe making this a little bit longer. Okay, you kind of don't want it too long, but maybe just right in there. So, you know, and I guess you could take that extra piece, possibly 2, although I think that would be distracting. I would leave it in the back. So I'm sure I'll come up with 3 or 4 other things to do, particularly with brooches, and now I'm going to buy the piece so that I can actually do these things that I'm saying I think might work. So anyhow, have fun with that. Let me know what you think. Bye.